Welcome. This video will demonstrate some of the new layout controls included in the XPages extension library available from OpenNTF. To show the capabilities of these new controls, I am going to start out with a basic application. Through the application properties, I am going to specify that this application will depend on the XPages extension library, which I have already installed in Domino Designer. I also set the application theme to One UI v2 and save the changes. You'll see that this application already contains some XPages and custom controls. The layout custom control is a blank custom control that I have just created. Because the extension library is already installed in Domino Designer, you can see many new controls here on the control palette. I'm going to show you how to use the application layout control from the extension library palette. Okay, so once I add the control into the design view, I then define a design definition for the custom control. This is just a layout that will be used when the custom control is used within XPages. As you can see, this control contains 3 editable areas. I want to be able to add controls to these areas through an XPage, so I need to add callbacks to this custom control for each of these areas. Okay, looking at the All Properties tab for the Application Layout Control, you can see a number of different properties. I'm going to focus on this one here, Configuration. There are 2 options available here which currently have the same functionality. I'm going to use the Application Configuration. This provides a number of properties that we'll explore more in a few moments. For now I'm going to save the custom control and open the Home XPage, which is currently empty. I add the layout custom control to the page, save it and preview it in a web browser. As you can see, this already gives us the One UI look and feel. Now let's return to the custom control and explore the configuration property of the application layout control. Through this property we can define a number of different attributes on the layout. Firstly, we may want to add a product logo to the control, in this case the Renovations logo. I'll also add a title that will display in the place bar and some legal text. There are also options here to add links to the banner. For example, I can add a page tree node that points to a help page. I can also add application links that will display in the banner region of the layout shown here. In this case, I'll add a basic leaf node that points to the company's homepage. And also a page tree node that points to an About Us XPage in this current application. I can also add nodes that will display in the footer area of the layout. For example, here I am adding a basic container node called More Information that contains a page tree node that points to a Contact Us XPage in this application. Okay, so saving all those changes, if I now preview the Home XPage in a browser, we can see how the layout control now looks. We can see all the new features we have just added, utility links and application links in the banner, the footer links, the company logo, the title and the legal text. Okay, so returning to Designer, I'm again going to return to the layout custom control. I'm now going to add content to the left and right column. For the left column, I would like to show a navigation menu. To do this, I actually already created a navigation menu custom control. This custom control makes use of another control from the XPages extension library, the Page Navigator. In this example, I have just added the Page Navigator to the design view of my navigation menu custom control and configured the Tree Nodes property to add links to some of the other XPages in this application. I'm going to add this custom control to the Layout custom control. I want to add this to the left column editable area. To do this, I add the navigation menu to the left column facet as shown here. I wrap the menu item and the callback in a panel and make sure that the panel contains the left column key. For the right column, I'm just going to add a standard image control, and again I'm going to include this within the facet for the right column in the same way. Now when I preview the Home X page, we can see all these new features. All that remains now is to add some content to the body of the page. For example, I can add a panel that contains other controls. For now, I'll just add some text. I can now also add this application layout to other X pages in the application. For example here, the Sales X page. I'll drag the contents of this page into the body area of my layout control and save the page. When I preview it, we now see the One UI layout we have configured with the contents of the Sales X page. I can now navigate between the Home and Sales X pages and see that the One UI layout is consistent across them both. This One UI layout can now be quickly applied to all X pages in the application. This video has demonstrated the use of the application layout and Page Navigator controls from the XPages extension library, and shown how they can be used to quickly apply a One UI layout to your applications. For more information on this and other features of the XPages extension library, please visit extlib.openntf.org. Thank you.